Goodbye, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yes, people, we're back. I'm on intro duty this week for obvious reasons. It's weird and Wonderball. It's Monday night Wonderball. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been relieved of his duties as Manchester United manager. As usual, guys, like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. We hit 100 subs already. We hit 150 subs already. So big up you lot. Next milestone is 200. Help us get there. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Tonight, we got a very special edition of Monday Night Wonderball. We had an audience with Adele last night. Tonight is an audience with Moses. I want to hear what you've got to say about his departure. But first of all, bro, what are you telling me? What are you saying? The news has finally happened. Talk to me.
Yeah, man, mixed feelings, to be honest. It's been, do you know, it's been a real sad 24 hours.
You man have been doing flipping eulogies and that, man. Like,
feels like it, though. I mean, it always feels like a death in the family.
Oh, mad. But it had to happen, innit? It had to happen. But yeah, so I'll talk me through let's start from Saturday about 5 o'clock when the final whistle blew. Watford 4, Manchester United 1. Like, where was your head at then? Because obviously I was tuning into your live stream. I was otherwise engaged, but you were keeping man hella entertained. But yeah, talk to me, man. Where was your head at then?
I was saying I wanted him gone in 24 hours. Like, I wanted him gone that night, and it was less than 24 hours. So, yeah, their prayers were answered. But it's weird. It's like, do you know when you know something's wrong with like a relationship? You know it's got to come to an end. You end it, but there's still some sadness there. Do you know what I mean? It's just because that person you had some good times together. People said that, I don't know, like I think a lot of the criticism of Ole brought me closer to him and like wanted to maybe want to defend him even more and stand by him.
The amount of like arguments we got into over the last like 18 months. I'm sure there's some times where you actually wanted to just punch me up the way I was talking on the chat about one of your legends of the club. Like I showed Ole absolutely zero respect from pretty much from day one. Of it, like, you know what? Actually, I text you on Saturday. I was like, you know what? It is kind of sad for Ole. The club let him down in some senses. He went right for the job for a hot minute. Probably dragged on about maybe 6 months longer than it should have done. But listen, that's just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, back to the game after on Saturday. So you kind of said you wanted him gone within the 24 hours, but still bittersweet. But what are you saying now?
I realised that he at the time had to cut, like it had to end. It was getting to the point where there were no shoots of recovery. It felt like there was nothing more he could do within his powers or his abilities to turn this around. And to be honest, it all started from when we lost that game to Leicester. It was a start of a real tough run-in, and to lose straight off the bat, a real bad performance, straight into Liverpool, straight into City, straight into Watford after the international break. That's, for me, that's just been that was the first nail, the Leicester loss, and then the Watford loss was obviously it was obviously the final nail in the coffin. Hey, bro, if you want to jump in,
this is very pre, because you man got smoke as well. Nigerian Englishman, if you want it, anyone can get it tonight, boy. I'm feeling. Listen, man's got the Triple H t-shirt on. Yeah, I'm feeling on some smoke right now. So, but anyway, carry on. What are you saying? What are you saying, bro?
It was obvious that it was
one. So for you, it was the Leicester game. Is that the game, and you were like, nah, this brother's got to go now?
Oh yeah. For when my head turned and I was like, I can't do this anymore. There's like, we got to be beating these, man, if you're going to win the title. Because you remember that was my aim in my head. I wanted to be in the title race. Like that was the only sign at the start when we did our predictions. I was like, we've got to be in a title race.
We need to revisit that, you know, because what was he saying? You said second, but with Ronaldo first. Is that what you were on?
No. So if we could to midfielder, we could win. I thought.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess now the feeling when it happened, it was relief. Now it's a bit more like just it's kind of like a sad nostalgia, just because it's like probably the last time that Ole's going to be associated to the club. I can't see him being like coming back in any capacity really, apart from like an ambassador maybe at the end of like whatever he does.
Let's before we start talking about getting Ole back in, I feel like you compared it to a relationship before. You might need to do some healing first. Ole needs to go and like shag a few other clubs.
No, I don't think
you might need to go through another few managers. Like he can't just come back in and like.
I never said that. I never said that. I was like, I said it's probably that
in time.
I said I can't see him being associated to the club for a while. So it's just like it's a bit of like a divorce. It's you kind of wish him well in that, but like it's a shame it didn't work out at United basically. And now like the overriding sentiment is like I appreciate what he managed to achieve for us, where he managed to take us in the time that he was at United. But the last season, since August, there was obviously a positive start, but I'd say it's tailed off. We didn't manage to ride that positive feeling about Ronaldo returning. The new signings, obviously Varane's been injured quite a lot. Sancho's not really fitted in. He's not fitted in as quickly as we wanted to. So there was a few things that played against him. Do you know what I mean? So, but no, in terms of like Ole as a man, as a football man, as an ex-player, like there's nothing but love. And that final interview that he did with the club, I thought was a really nice touch. And
really? You saying it's a nice touch? I've got a few questions to ask about it. To be honest.
I know how you feel. I'll answer them in a sec. But personally, I thought it was a really nice touch getting allowing Ole to do that. To sort of let himself have like the final word on like how it went. I think it was just a really nice touch. It allowed him to just sort of. Yeah, it just reminded you that he ultimately cares so much about the club, but he's just like one of us. He's a fan at the end of the day. It didn't work out. And like all of this nonsense that all the other fans have been giving him, all their hate.
Ole's at the wheel.
Realistically, like you'd be lucky to have a manager that cared about your club as much as Ole cared about Man United.
But we got one. We got one right now, and he's delivering trophies.
No. It's not the same. You can't. You stayed somewhere. And manage the club as well. I think it's different, man. Ole's like a special. He's got a special place in folklore. It's just a shame it didn't work out. In my opinion.
Bro, like going back to the video, the exit interview, if you want to call it that, for a second. Like, do you not think it was a little bit too soon? Because obviously you had him getting emotional on that, which is like I don't know. You can say whether you like to see that or not. I thought it was a bit. It was a bit of a funny one for me. Like, he literally just got sacked, and you're making man sit in front of the camera and start talking about like.
He's more than just a manager, though. That's what you have to understand. Like, you might have never really. I don't think you ever really experienced it. Like, I think out of all of the managers that came back as like a club legend,
King Kenny, fam.
But look, how long was he? He wasn't in there for a season, was he? Like
just over a season. But yeah, anyway, go on.
Ole did such like I don't. Maybe you don't realize it, and you just look at it like, he didn't win you any trophies. Like. We've had a bad start to the season, but like over the past couple of seasons, like Ole's been a bright light for us, like in terms of just restoring that like positivity, and returning Man United to like some sort of semblance of what it was before. I can't.
All right, okay, cool. That's the only thing. That's kind of the main gripe I've got with the way you talk about Ole and certain United fans, when you lot say that he left us in a better place than where he picked us up from.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
But what's the number one thing you look for in a coach or manager when you're talking about them leaving something on a club? Like, you look for like a style of play or like an imprint of like personality. When I look at United now, I still don't see any sort of team identity there. So like, what progress has he really made? Like, you can say he cleared out a few deadwoods. All right, cool. But other than that. What am I really seeing from this Don? He's gone and he's left you lot in a fucking shit show.
Like, despite your glasses, you're still not. You don't see things intentionally.
I was going for the low blows.
No, right, but you're intentionally not seeing the positive.
I'll ask you serious questions.
I know, but like you can just look at the squad that he inherited and the squad that he's left behind. You got to look at the sort of the like harmony within the squad. You got to look at the infrastructure he's put around like the club. We've got like an incredible amount of like positive of bright sparks coming through. Like for me, like Ole's done a good job. He's done a good job. He couldn't take us to that. He couldn't go that next step, you know. So Yeah, man. Look, it is what it is with Ole. Like I've got like he's a special player for me, innit? Like there's moments that you just can't eradicate. I had this on my wall before I was Man United manager. Yeah, this is the exact goal that he scored in the final. Like there's like he's got a special place for me in it. It's like Gerrard going to Liverpool and flopping. Like you still love him. Do you know what I mean? And like you always back your boys. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
that's what it is.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Since you want to talk on my captain's name, yeah. I ain't trying to see Gerrard get the job. This is why I'm glad he went to Villa. I ain't trying to see him just come into the job on some little nostalgia once the Champions League thing. This is why I'm glad it happened, because I would hate to see Gerrard go out the same way Ole's gone. And like this goes back to it from when he got the caretaker job. He should never really have gone this far anyway. So you can say he did a good job or a bad job, but for me, that's a bit of a mad one.
Up until the season, I was content with Ole. I thought obviously the lack of silverware was a concern. But for me this season,
I saw it.
But for me this season, the most important thing was just being in the title race, and that's ultimately where Ole sort of fallen on his sword. There's a couple other things that like I'm not gonna miss. Maguire captain. McFred. You know what was funny?
Hey, get that armband off this Don right now, fam. Like we're gonna chop up. We're gonna get into like the individuals in a second. But before we're gonna get onto our first question now. But before we do that, we're gonna bring in a very special guest, making his second appearance on the show. Late entry, call him the 30th man in the Royal Rumble. But he's about to go straight over the top rope again because we're gonna chop up what happened to this Don this weekend after he came on last week. Wasn't talking too much crud, but the chest was a little bit too high for my liking. But without further ado, the Nigerian Englishman, he's here.
Oh yeah, now,
yourself, man. What are you telling me, bro?
Look,
what are you telling me?
After
you got humbled on Saturday,
no chest for me last weekend. Let's be real. There was no chest on my own side because I know my team. I knew we were gonna lose. I just didn't think it would be that bad. Let me not lie to you. I thought with the run that we went on, at least we'll be able to put up a little fight. But I did also say that game was gonna let me know if we've actually made progress from last season, because anything beforehand was just we've done those things before. Last season we beat Leicester away, just like we did this year. Last season we beat Tottenham, just like we did. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I hadn't seen anything new yet. So that was the test to make me start. To see if I was gonna buy into we've turned the corner. Because I was telling all these Arsenal fans, I was sitting hearing some crazy shit in social media. We win this game. The fact that there's even a question, if we win this game. Why did anyone start a sentence like that for me? If we win this game. Because there was no chance. They said, if we win this game, we're in the title run. I said, what? Arsenal. That's not.
In the title? I think
in the title race. People saying that.
You were there. Moses was there. Bro. Moses was there with me last Friday on Football Terrace. I had to put my man in this place. My man was talking some absolute wildness about Arsenal, and I said, whatever happens to them is on you, bro. It's on you. And I'm sorry, he had to take the L for everyone. But listen, we're gonna get onto Arsenal in a little bit. Let me not just let Moses off the hook too lightly now.
Yeah, true say, man. Moses, I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you, Moses. Man's still in tears over the weekend. That my guy, man, like big up Ole, like. Let me pour a little liquor for Ole and that.
Hey, gone too soon, bro. Man's got my juice here. This is for Ole, guys.
Because that was our guy. He was the guy making the Premier League more exciting to watch. Bro. United games were more exciting to watch. You never knew what was going to happen. So big him up. And first of all, stop calling him a legend. He ain't no club legend. He's a guy that scored a goal in the final. He's not a legend, bro. Don't give him that.
So I try to say to him.
Super sub.
Say goodbye.
He's a super sub that scored a winner in the Champions League final. That's it, bro. He weren't no legend.
He's a Divock Origi, fam. He's Divock Origi, like cult hero. That's it. That's it. For me, legend.
He's not your legend. He's my legend. He's my legend.
That may be the case. Let's get on to our first. Go on. What are you saying?
Yes, you were saying that you could. I think you were talking about not giving him any props, like, because I'm not ready to say that, because up until the end of last season, Ole done a perfect job, bro.
Perfect.
Up until perfect.
Are you not seeing the semi-finals that them man bottled and finals?
Look,
perfect.
Okay, maybe not perfect, but he done a great job. He probably should have won that. He should have won that final. He should have been a bit more creative with his substitutes and maybe really gone at Villarreal because
let's get it right. Yeah, they shouldn't have been there in the first place. They should have been in the Champions League.
No, but they should have though. Like this is the thing. Like as soon as after Mourinho, Man U fans should have started to lower their expectations. Like they were a top 6 side at that point.
Look, but they were expectations were low when Ole came in. It was low. We were like 8th, we were like 13th or something.
Low, but that lasted 5 games. When you lot saw the run, you're like, yeah, title run. Yeah, give him the contract.
No,
all of that.
I don't forget. I thought you were on Moses a couple of years ago when he went on that run.
Do you not remember where we finished that season? Like it weren't no title run we were looking to get into. We were trying to get into the top 4. That's what our mission was. It weren't. It was like you man picked us to the post. We weren't expecting no title race. That weren't. I've only just started expecting title races this season, and that's what makes it even harder.
Ish, you're gonna chime in there. Is that true? Because I don't know. Because not the Man U fans I know. Not the
title race when Ole came in, bro. We were like 30, 40 points. That's the same season Liverpool won the league, wasn't it?
No,
we won it 19 to 9.
When
the season
Ole
before
came in, you lot were like, let's just see how it goes. But when he went on that 10-game run, bruv. The whole thing don't change up. Everyone is like, yo, chest out. United are back. Boom, boom. All this one. Next season's going to be a madness. All of that, bro. No madness.
Always next year. If we sign this person, if we sign that person. But let's get into the first question anyway. Let's go into the first question. So we kind of chopped up a little bit, but like, what does this really mean for United now? Like, where do you go next? What are you? Because I think Darren Fletcher's been. He's been announced as caretaker interim.
You not been paying attention, fam. You not been paying attention.
What's going on? Tell us what's going on.
Any attention, fam?
Where are you man going next? What's the next move for you?
Okay, cool. People, listen. If you want to listen to someone informed, for once, you come to the right man. Right. Michael Carrick is interim manager at the moment. He's looking after the squad. He's going to be
give it Carrick.
He's taking us over to Villarreal. He's preparing us for the game. That is a temporary fix. What I'm hearing at the moment, which does sound promising, is that there's going to be a bit of a managerial merry-go-round, and it looks like Zidane will be going to PSG and Poch will be coming to Manchester United. And for me, I'm not angry about that because this feels like there was a part of me that was kind of like this maybe should have happened in 2019, but it's hard to look enviously across at other managers when the one you've got is such a special place in the folklore of your club. So I was happy with Ole at that time, innit? I felt the club and our squad wasn't that great, and we needed to strengthen it. And I felt like Ole was ultimately like a caretaker for 3 years. That's what it felt like anyway. But then, I think if we were to get Carrick in, hopefully it's not for too long. But I feel like I don't want to get down this route again because I want to get a credentialed manager as my next manager. But it does feel like I reckon Carrick. I reckon his football brain's fucking. The way he plays.
You said in one breath that you're not upset about Poch, yeah. But then you also said that you want a credentials manager. Like what's Poch like? Poch took Tottenham to the Champions League final.
To the Champions League final.
He got them a top 4 team consistently. Yeah, boom.
Well,
he's gone to PSG. He's gone to PSG. It's looking a bit.
And finished runner-up to Lille.
Okay, cool.
So you say credentials? What's Poch's credentials?
If you want to understand what credentialed means,
bro, I'm asking you.
Has Carrick ever managed in the Champions League? Has he ever managed in the Premier League? Has he ever managed?
No, wait, Moses, wait, hold on. Let me help this out. It's not credentials. It's Moses' definition of credentials, because credentials are credentials, bro.
Yeah.
What's
your definition of credentials, Moses?
Credentials is experience. He's got experience. He's achieved stuff.
What's he achieved?
Look. Whether he's lost the Champions League final or not, he's taken a very poor Tottenham side, not a poor Tottenham side, but a Tottenham side about 20 million a year to spend to the Champions League final. And he was competitive. He had one of the best Tottenham sides in terms of like bringing youth through. Look what he did for Dele Alli. Look what he did for Harry Kane.
Is this what he's going to say in his Hall of Fame speech?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying.
Show me your medals, bro. Put your medals on the table. That's what I want to see. All I'm saying was
in terms of Michael Carrick, he's a credentialed manager. He's managed.
Okay. Yeah, but
managed in the Champions League.
Compared to Michael Carrick, every manager who's managed
means for once. He's managed in the Champions League. He's managed in League R. He's played football to a international level. He's coming in and he's got a style of play. He's known for bringing young players through. Like he's got look what he did at Southampton as well. He built projects and a style of play. That's what I'm looking for. Michael Carrick, I reckon I'm sure he's got a great football brain, but I don't want to manage him for too long. I want a manager who has credentials. There you go.
All right. So you don't want Poch then. All right, cool. So
you're happy with
Poch? Let me chime in, yeah?
Yeah, come on.
First of all, just to help you out, Moses, and I was a bit worried. I was a bit worried if you lot ever replaced Ole, because that squad with the right man at the wheel, immediately you become even title contenders, man. If not too far. I don't know how many points you are away from the top. Okay, top
12.
4 contenders now. I think maybe it's a bit too many points. Maybe top 4 contenders. But what I will say is the way you lot have gone about it, I'm not even scared about this season, because I'm hearing you lot want to do Carrick, then do up an interim to the end of the season, and then hire a main man. That's wild.
Too much passing it. That's too
much.
That
is wild. Bro.
That makes you think that there was no plan for when Ole went. There's no plan.
There was no plan. There's nothing to think about it.
But this is what I don't understand. Yeah, you lot. Okay, so you lot got punched by us 5-0. All right, cool. Then there's an international break. Cool.
That's it.
Then Conte was free. Conte was there, free, twerking.
It was you.
Everything was there. He was there.
The Atalanta game and then Man City and the international break.
No. It was not internationals after the Liverpool game. It was another game. It was another set of games. So Ole's had
another game.
Ole's had there's been this has been going on for like 5-6 weeks now, where you could have been like, all right, cool. Ole's on. He's hanging by a thread. He's going to be going sooner or later. Where's the contingency? Like you said, yeah, Nigerian Englishman. So it's going to be Carrick interim, then end of the season. Who?
Wild.
What happens then?
That's not what we're going for. That's not what we're going for.
It's just all sounds so mad to me.
Watch what happens. Like for me,
I think if anything, I don't think we'll be getting Carrick as an interim and then another interim. I think the way it makes sense to me right now is we'll keep Carrick in until the end of this, until we can find a manager. And yeah, for me, I'm not that angry. I'm not that angry with Poch. Poch is a young manager, man. He's shown that he can develop young squads with styles of play. I think he suits the Man United squad. I didn't want to answer your question, innit? I didn't want us to change Ole after the Liverpool game. I thought it was a sackable offence, and I felt like he should have gone after that. But I don't want a phone contract manager. I don't want to get Conte. I want to get someone who's going to be there for a bit longer, or someone who has the ability to remain or the desire to remain at a club for a bit longer. I feel like Conte achieves what he's got to do and then he bounces. But sorry. Do you
not just want to win? Do you not? Surely at this moment in time.
I mean, there are pros and cons to taking Conte. Yeah, I wouldn't like if we did get him as manager. I would have got behind him. Of course, it's just the way I am in it. But with Poch, I think Poch is a decent shout. He's someone who's been following for a while. And if we can take him off PSG's hands, then I think that's it's a good signal of intent.
I reserve judgment on that one because the Poch thing's looking a bit weird recently. He's not doing really what he thought he was going to be doing this season. But listen, Poch is a good manager. I just think at this moment in time, you've tried the sort of untested approach in Ole. And for me and Poch, it's another gamble. Obviously, any manager you go for is a gamble, but Poch is not guaranteeing you silverware like a Conte.
Right. Well, then tell me you think Man United should go for, or are you just going to say that every option?
I think you lot should have gone for Conte. Conte was there. He was waiting for you 3 weeks ago. He was there, ready.
Of course it's going to be Conte, but Conte's not. He's not the right manager for Man United.
Guaranteed to win something.
It depends. Like, so if I'm going with the choice that you want in terms of someone that's going to be putting in a project, probably the best option for you would probably be like a Ten Hag, because he's proven to do projects.
Ten Hag.
Hold on, and he'll probably bring like a couple of Ajax boys with him. Van der Beek will probably get a run in again. All them different things. So he's probably the best one. But even him, like, to be honest, as much as your club is the reputation is crazy, you look a mess right now. So even though that you still have massive pool, but it's like it looks so disorganized now. Like, do I want to be involved in this or not? Like, because you said something about Conte, he jumped ship. No, that's not what happened. He only jumped ship for Inter because they said they're going to start selling his best players. That's never going to happen at United. Then the board are never going to say you got to sell your best players. They'll back him financially. So that would have made the biggest sense. He's got a chip on his shoulder because of how he left the Chelsea situation. Do you know what I'm saying? So Conte would have been the best bet. Poch, I'm not 100% because anyone that has Neymar and Mbappe in their front three and don't win the league in France is a madness to me. How is Lille winning the league against Mbappe and freaking Neymar? Lille, you know. Wait, when did the last time Lille won the league, bro? When did the last time Lille went in the top 3, even in the top 3?
2013.
It's like Lille did not win the league in 2013. Well, was that Hazard?
Even this season, Leicester won the league. Spurs should have won it. Like, obviously Leicester done a madness, but Spurs were really there and thereabouts. Obviously, the battle of the bridge, they bottled that game as well. Champions League finals. When you're looking at the high sort of leverage moments, Poch is no different to Ole, really. He gets there. He looks pretty when he gets to the final hurdle, and then he just dies, isn't it? Like, they've won the same amount of trophies. It just seems like you're going from one
let's move on to the next
risky move to another.
We
We kind of touched on this one.
That's a mental point, bro.
But if you can't say Poch is out of the equation, who else is in the mix for you? Give me like 2-3 names.
I've said this already, but
Rogers as well has been touted, but they're looking a bit weird at the moment.
I actually pray they go for Brendan. I pray.
For me, that'll be perfect. That'll be absolutely perfect for me. That'll be fucking perfect for me.
Look, Brendan's a good manager, but he's not the man I'd go for to solve Man United. Listen, look, I want Man United in a title race. So I'm thinking, who's the best man for this job? Poch is the person we've been touted with, and it looks like we'll be going for him. So I'm giving reasons why he could be a success at Man United. But if you're asking me who I want as a manager, it's Zinedine Zidane, it's Ten Hag, it's Rangnick. Those are the people I'm interested in right now. That's just straight up, just in terms of like the footballing style, ethos, philosophy. Zidane less so. To be honest, I don't really know how Zidane plays. I know how that Real Madrid team played. Like,
they just balled out.
Yeah, that Real Madrid team played well, and I'd say our squad is kind of similar to what Real Madrid had back then. There's a lot of individuals, maybe not. Yeah.
So what I would say about Zidane, the Zidane thing is, if you're looking for an 18-month win you a major tournament, win you a major trophy, then you don't know what he's going to leave after that. Zidane is the best option for you lot. Because I reckon, but in an 18 months, he can win either a Champions League or a league. And that's not because I think he's a sick manager. I think because the aura of Zidane is just something else, bro. Imagine coming into training and seeing my man in training. Anything that you can do, I can overdo, innit? You can't chat shit to me.
Trust when your manager's not making you in like rondos and shit.
Yeah, like doing
you gotta just humble yourself, innit? Fred will humble himself, like yeah.
Even Ronaldo did so well under him because he knows there's nothing he can do that Zidane can't do with a football. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's be real. But that only lasts for like a 1 year, maybe a year and a half. That euphoria of being Zidane's player. That's why I say it'll be an 18-month thing. He might win you a major trophy. Then I don't know what he'll leave behind him because we saw what he left with Real Madrid, and they've never really come back since.
No, but I think wasn't Hazard signed for Ancelotti? Did he sign for
Zidane? That wasn't even like a manager. That was just the club wanted. I think they've been chasing Hazard for like since like 14, 15 or something like that. That's just one of them ones. What's my man called Perez? He's just like, I want Hazard. That's the next Galactico thing. But
no,
listen,
I like. Look, Zidane is like one of those. He's one of them just special like footballing.
He's just sick in it. Like no one really knows why they want Zidane, but Zidane's just that guy. Like
that's what I mean.
He's just that guy. You know the football's gonna look paying.
Yeah.
Question. But all I know is he's won 3 Champions League. And 2
repeat.
And also he's managed under the expectation of Real Madrid fans. And bear in mind, Real Madrid fans. Yeah. Them man don't give a fuck, fam. You could be about to win the league and you can see the early goal and them man got the white flags out. Like they just
when you see them white flags on the Bernabeu, you know shit's about to get peaked. It's about to get peaked, fam. Tick tack.
But no, Zidane, I just look, he's a special, just like footballing essence, aura, all of that. So yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat. But would he win us the league? Is it a guarantee to win the league? I don't know yet. But I do think it would have a massive impact on Ronaldo, Pogba, and Varane. I think it would have massive impacts on that. I think you'd see Varane stay, Pogba stay. But yeah, man, look, there's a few options out there. I'm not sold on Rodgers. I think he could do a good job, but I think it's thinking back to the Britain hype, like he's a British manager. Like I'd rather go for Ralph Rangnick, Ten Hag, Zidane, Poch. Those are my top 4.
True say Southgate's not available anymore. So
man just signed the dotted line today. Just quickly on the Southgate thing though, like you know what? People give him a stick. He's not my guy either. Like the 5 at the back looks a bit weird sometimes. But what I think people need to get into their heads a little bit is that the international pool of managers is a bit different. Like Pep's not going to go and manage an international team.
Part-time.
Klopp's not going to like you're like you said, it's part-time, isn't it? So like people do need to relax a little bit on the Southgate thing. Like he's not the best man for the job, but who else is out there right now that's going to go managing?
Arsene Wenger, bro. That's who they should go and get.
Man is trying to redefine the game right now. Trying to bring us World Cup.
We need to get him off this 2-year World Cup vibe for a couple of years. So keep occupied for a bit.
I want to win the title though, man. I want to win the title, bro. I want to win the title though, man. I don't want to finish top 4. That's not my mission.
No, I'm talking about England.
No, I'm talking about England.
Southgate.
Oh shit, we talking about England.
Yeah. I was just saying that people need to realize that the pool for international managers.
I've got some others as well. Graham Potter, I'll take as Man United manager. I'll take him.
Bruh.
Thomas Frank, I'd even be interested in.
Thomas Frank.
Wait, who does he?
You man are in the mud.
Who does he manage? Thomas Frank.
Brentford. You man are in the mud. Are you being serious? Is that a joke?
Nah, that's perfect. Thomas Frank.
You're actually taking a piss in it.
I'm with it.
5 at the back, Brentford. You're high, bro.
Graham. I was a joke I made when I was watching Match of the Day on Sunday morning. But I'd Graham Potter. I'd take. I think there's certain managers that like. I think Graham Potter gave me like what's that? Julian Nagelsmann vibes. He gives me them sort of vibes, but just as like a bit.
I take him over Arteta, even though I'm Arteta in until May.
Yeah, Potter's a good manager, man.
No, but this Arteta thing, I told every man as soon as the season starts, I'm not for mental health reasons.
There's no point in it. There's no point. You might not stress like troops and
duty and that. Like, get rid of him. So let me just set cool and understand he's staying.
You might like. Obviously, that 4-0, we'll get onto that in a bit, but that 4-0 hurts. But in the totality of the season, you lot are just doing your thing in it. Like, as long as you can beat the little teams, like it'll be. I think top 6.
Taking points off Liverpool and City is not going to define the season we're playing because we're not trying to like. Regardless, some of these Arsenal fans watching might hate me for this, but we're not in a title race. We're not in a top 4 race. So forget that one, please. I beg.
Hey, listen,
what we're trying to do is get back into Europe. Bro, I'm a realist, man. I don't chase the vibe or chase the hype. I watch my team. The movie that was playing up towards the Liverpool game, I've seen that movie so many times.
This year can be different.
You know what I'm saying? We're on a sick run. Like, go to one of the right, like the top teams in the league, away from home, get something. I've seen that movie over and over again. Remember when under Emery we went on like 120-game unbeaten run?
Brother, like 10 draws. That was the weirdest unbeaten run I've ever seen in my life. Like hella draws.
I said every fan that sang "We Have Our Arsenal Back" should have got slapped in the face. Our Arsenal back is challenging for titles, invincibles, giving the top teams a run for their money, not beating Fulham 6-2 away from home. Are these the
League Cup?
It's the new era of Arsenal fans, though, isn't it? This is the top 4 era. I call them the top 4 era of Arsenal fans. They ain't used to seeing like real greatness. They're just used to seeing like Bakary Sagna and that a couple top 4 finishes.
Do you get what I'm saying? Sanchez.
But listen. Back to United because I kind of want to. It's gonna be interesting times, isn't it? Because like you kind of said earlier that your squad is not too far off, but I do think the players that are kind of a bit not sure about, they're the ones who really let Ole down, in my opinion, towards the end. So like when the new manager does eventually come in, who do you reckon is going to be in danger? Who do you reckon is out the door first? Who's going to be kind of fighting for their place? Who's going to be looking for a new club and this, that, and the other? What are you saying? Nigerian Englishman, we'll go to you first. What do you reckon? Who's in trouble?
I wouldn't say trouble because I don't think he's at the point where he cares anymore. I say Lingard. He's gonna leave.
He's Jan in it. He's gone.
Yeah, 100% Jan. Pogba will definitely leave in the summer, regardless who comes in, unless it's Zidane. If it's not Zidane, he's leaving in the summer, 100% for me. I believe the new man is gonna eventually give Bruno the captain's armband as well. So I don't know what that means for Maguire's career.
Bruno, fam,
like who else? Who else?
What man was doing after the game on Saturday? I was just like, let's allow it. Like,
what? No, what? Bro, like when he was pointing at the players.
Yeah, just like Bruno.
Why listen to fucking talk sport all the time? But
why are you doing that, bro? No,
you had a stinker. Get off the pitch. Like,
you know what? No. I'm with it because he's a rider. He's a rider. You know what? I'm riding for my wishy-washy fan, bro.
Bruno's some PR team, man.
What do you mean PR team, bro? Man was backing his manager.
Talk on the pitch.
Well, he was on the pitch and he was
doing
talking.
stinkers. He was giving the ball away for the first penalty in that. Allow it, man. I'm not really with this Bruno team, but
I would say
anyway, who else? Who do you reckon?
Rubbish, bro. He's talking rubbish, bro. Innit? Do you know what I mean? Man, just a shit talker, bro.
And it's don't ever make me stick up for Man U.
Bruno as well. Stick up for Bruno.
Ishmael, you got a problem with a player backing their manager. Come off it, bro.
Back him on the pitch. I weren't seeing enough from Bruno for a lot of the season.
He played shit. But you were saying, nah, blame us. Don't just blame him, blame us. So what? Come off it, bro. He's taking responsibility. He's taking ownership.
Just apology post, and back in Nigerian Englishman's frozen there. Looking a bit.
He's dropped out.
What you say, Moses? Who's in trouble? Obviously, there's the obvious one with the captain, but who else is going to be seeing?
I need to.
Sorry before you answer. Even my internet didn't want me to stick up for Man U.
Bro,
how mad it was. Nah, don't do that, bro. Carry on, Moses. Sorry.
Yeah, bro. I just before going any deeper, like I just wanted to say on that point about Jesse Lingard, he should be ashamed of himself. Yeah, actually, ashamed of himself, bro. Right. Yeah. Look, regardless of whether he's not being played or not, and he's having a bit of a shit time with like signing a new contract, he's reached like an impasse. Do you know what? Actually, I'll say it now. Fuck it. I've got too many for howlers of the week. But in terms of like that performance he put on when he came on, even if it was for the last 5-6 minutes of the game, embarrassing. Like, you're meant to be a Man United fan yourself. You're an embarrassment of a player for coming on, jogging around, barely sprinting. Like, if you want to watch back the stream from Saturday afternoon, like my man was jogging about. I was pissed off, bro. We can see the 2 goals when he came on because he was just fucking like arsing around, being pissed off, sulking because he weren't starting. And like, and then also, okay, moving away from Jesse Lingard. Actually, no. Let me just say one more thing. His post of him in a West Ham shirt. He thinks he's sneaky. He thinks he's sneaky. My man, fuck off East London, bro. Go play
but you know what? Do you know why I fuck with it? Because you lot.
I fuck with it too. You man done him dirty.
No, but
hold on. You denied him a move in summer. To tell him he's gonna get chances. He scores a winner against the team that you lot took him off from. He scores a winner against them, and you lot still don't start man the next game. And then he's like, you know what? We're 2-1 down.
Fuck this.
10 men. Yeah. He's like, get him sacked. Fuck it. Get him sacked. What?
Yes.
And the rest of the players joined in. That's why you lot conceded 2 goals at the end, because everyone else was like, he's done, innit?
No, we had 10 men. Look, I think we had to. I hear what you're saying. But it would like if you there's more nuance to the transfers away this season, like in the summer. Like he first of all didn't want to move to West Ham permanently. Like if you remember correctly, he didn't want to move to West Ham. Yeah, bro, he didn't want to move to West Ham. It was a mix.
He signs for West Ham in January. What are you gonna say?
On loan. Yeah, but he's not gonna go to he won't go to West Ham in January.
He's gone, bro. He's gone.
He might get a permanent move.
Top 4 contenders. He's signing there.
He wanted to come back, bro.
London vibes of Declan Rice and that. He's off.
He's looking to do all that.
Yeah. Look, he saw Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo all come back to United, and he wanted to be part of the vibe. He was thinking that like the way Man United are moving now, this could be the Man United are back. And Ollie was like, yeah, well, I don't want you to leave. You don't have to go. You don't have to force a move. I'll try and give you games. He decided to stay himself. Yeah, that's what.
What did you say first before he decided to stay? I will give you
No. He wanted to be part
of some sort of. He's not just going to stay. He wanted to stay. It's World Cup year. No, I don't believe for a second it's World Cup year. We saw last season the madness he done when he was trying to get into the Euro squad. You can't tell me that Ollie said to him, you ain't playing this year, and he's like, cool, I'm just gonna sit on the bench and just fucking do stew and all of that. You man must have told him he's playing. You man must have told him he's playing.
You not listen to what I'm saying, bro. You're right.
You told me that he said he wanted to stay. I don't believe that for a second.
He wanted to stay. He wanted to stay. He didn't.
Under the promise of game time. Under the promise of game time, not just for no reason.
Game time.
No, yeah, he said he'd be getting games. But
same thing with Donny as well. Don't forget.
Yeah, but look at Donny wearing Ajax shirts. Is Donny fucking coming on? They've given half-hearted performances, or is he coming on scoring goals for us? Like, come off it. Like,
you know what I love? I actually love the fact Donny got Ole's last goal at Man United. You cannot write that shit. Like, that is.
I'm happy for him, brother. I'm happy for Donny, bro. Donny needed that. He needed that. Yeah. Look, I said a lot on the stream, innit? I said a lot in the stream. And if you wanna catch my feelings of like how I actually felt when I was watching that abomination of a performance on Saturday, go tune in, check it out. It's good. But right now,
it was a good watch for me too, man.
But right now we're talking about Man United post Ole, right? Looking at Man United post Ole, and I'm not respect. Like, I was pissed off with Ole, but that performance on Saturday is a joke. Like Bruno Fernandes was shocking. Scott McTominay. Wait. Scott McTominay was shocking. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, shocking. Harry Maguire, I swear to God, if I could say how I really felt about you, I swear to God.
Hey, bruv, like, we don't get this thing out. Yeah.
And it's doing up Albania.
If I catch him on the
next game, bruv, the very next game.
If I catch him on the road, best believe I'm cussing him in his face, fam. I'm going straight out to his face. I'm cussing him out.
But everyone knew when he did that celebration, he was going to come back to haunt him. Everyone knew.
I did that. Then that. Mad.
But like, there's so many players and then he let
Watford looked like Prime City in that game on Saturday, bro. I thought you were playing City. Like, Watford were doing a magic. This ain't the Watford that played us, bro. Like,
that's the same Watford.
Got them playing ball, like.
That's the same Watford. The very same Watford we slapped up like 2 weeks ago. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like,
big up Emmanuel Dennis, Niger boy.
Hey, man ripped off the shirt, the little vest thing as well. He went mad. I loved it. I fucking
went and got his like jollof rice and chicken at the end of the game. That was calm, bro.
Oh, mate. So one player you just touched on him a second ago, but when we were talking about who's in danger, like, do you not think that as soon as a new manager comes in, Maguire's getting that armband ripped off him?
Well, I want him sacked, fam. I want him sacked.
Like, this guy, I think. Of all the players, he might actually be the biggest contributor to Ole leaving. Because I feel like every game of this run that you've been on to get Ole sacked, he's done some fuckeries.
Crazy.
Not even like a little mistake where you could be like, was it his fault? Was it not his fault? Like the Luke Shaw goal, the Man City goal where Luke Shaw let my man run in behind him. You can argue it was him with De Gea. With Maguire, it's 100% Maguire's fault every time. The sending off, the second yellow. His bad touch. It wasn't like someone played him a ball and he was like he couldn't control it. He was trying to dribble with the ball, miscontrolled it, and then took my man out, got a red card. Every game, I feel like this guy was just doing something fucking crazy. But listen, I don't see any manager coming in and like sticking with him at captain at least, but even in the team is going to be mad for him.
Ishmael, I know you probably were like, I'm not. I couldn't confirm on Moses, but I know at the end of last season, Man U fans were like, our bad form was because Maguire wasn't in the team. Like when we missed him, that's when we started to concede goals. Like, it's good to get him back. And talking about him for England, rare tear. Now all these guys are doing up, stripping him of the armband. He's the scapegoat. He's not.
This guy. This isn't even scapegoating, you know. Like this is one I actually got to stick up for United fans of this. When I watch this guy play, whether he's the captain or not, he's actually costing them games like single-handedly. It reminds me when we had Carrick in goal. Like the whole team can be patterned, and this one guy is going to do something every game to either concede a goal, concede a penalty, be keeping man on side. Like this is the captain.
What about Shawberto?
Anyway, hey, Moses, I'll let you talk about Luke Shaw. Man, like Luke Shaw.
I want to talk about Maguire. I want to talk about Maguire. Yeah. So you're saying the Man United fans were basically claiming that Maguire coming back, but you have to remember, if Maguire weren't playing for us last season, us man were bringing out Axel Tuanzebe, Victor Lindelof, Eric Bailly, bro. But like, it's not about like
So
do you know what it is?
Where did he rank?
Our expectation got lifted. I didn't expect Maguire to be playing worse this season. I didn't expect that. He's playing what? Like he's fully. I swear he's a mole, bro. He's a mole. He's the one. He's leaking like first team information, but he's not. I don't understand how
this could be the worst run I've seen. This could be the worst run I've seen of a player at a top club. Like I'm not even joking. Of like a mainstay first 11 starter. Bro. This might be the worst run I've ever seen. This has been like 6 or 7 games where every game, man just done something like that's cost you a goal. Like legitimately.
Remember Leicester when he came back early and Bailly was like pissed off that he didn't start.
Yeah.
That game, he made that exact same action that he made where he tackled cleverly and got sent off. He did that same thing to Iheanacho, got caught. Instead, this time he doesn't take Iheanacho down. Iheanacho gives it to Tielemans. Tielemans scores his first goal. Scores the equalizer. That's exactly the same thing. And it's every time I say on the pod that I'm pissed off the way we play it out from the back. It's too slow. It's not about playing it out from the back. That's not my issue. My issue is playing it out with the back when Maguire's taking like 50 touches, doing 10 ball rolls, passing it back to Lindelof or Varane, and then dropping deep, taking it back even further, and then he's running towards De Gea all of a sudden, and like he's trying to go that way, and I'm going that way, and then he just kicks it out in the fucking pit, and like the amount of times I see that happen, it's becoming a regular like. At some point, we stopped playing it out from the back. We just play it long, bruv. We got fucking Ronaldo up front. I don't want to see Varane. I don't want to see Maguire and Lindelof on the ball. I don't want to see it. Maybe Lindelof because he can play over the top. But I don't want to see them man getting the most touches. I want to see passing the ball for. Oh, no, wait. We got McFred in midfield. Who are we going to pass it to now? We got to go around the sides. Like.
To Wan-Bissaka.
Bro. Jadon Sancho, I felt so bad for him on the stream. I was literally saying to him, I was like, my man's fucked. How he's set up to fail? How is he going to assist or score when he's got Wan-Bissaka and McTominay to pass?
Whoa, I'm going to stop you right there. I want to stop you right there. No. I want to stop you right there. No.
How this shit works.
In the preview, go. I need to remember that point you made on Wan-Bissaka. I'm
ruined the fucking vibe.
Go.
Over, man, like that.
Go.
1 sec, we got some comments.
Man needs a breather and that, you know.
Moses looking stressed. He needs to roll one, smoke one. It's when you see him, let's give him a hug from me.
Oi.
And ooh, the pain. Yeah, trust. SK levels. Yeah. Yeah. Just all right. I was on the Wan-Bissaka point. Yeah. I was talking about Jadon Sancho he was deserted on that right hand flank. Yeah, he was deserted. He had no one he could pass the ball to. He had no one he could play quick passes to until the second half. And when you saw Donny come on, bro, I've been saying this for so long. Donny and Sancho need each other as bad as the other person needs game time. Like that's how bad that. Like these two men need each other so bad. And them man are both on the bench. And when they come on as individuals. Like you can't expect Jadon Sancho to do much more than he is when he's got no one around. When Bruno's just vacating in the middle of the park and he's got, all right, cool. If I don't pass to McTominay, who I want to pass to in the midfield? Anyway, go on, Ishmael.
Are you done? Because I want to bring you back to our previous show at the beginning of the season. What you said to me about Sancho, yeah? You said it doesn't matter who's behind him because Wan-Bissaka will just defend. Sancho would do his thing on his own. Did you not say that to me?
But that's not my point, though. My point.
So how can you now say it? That is your point. You said that Sancho can't thrive because he's playing with Wan-Bissaka. You said to me at the beginning of the season, it doesn't matter because Wan-Bissaka will just defend.
Because my point is about Donny. My point is about Donny, though. You need to
Your
have
original point. You said Wan-Bissaka. Go on. Anyway, go on.
My point wasn't exclusively about Wan-Bissaka. If anything, it's more important that you have Donny there. Like, if you have McTominay and Wan-Bissaka, like they're not like progressive players of the ball. Like they're functional. Like Jadon Sancho needs somebody he can play quick 1-2s with. He can do a quick, clever bit of movement, jink in and out, and then like find some
Brazilian now.
What are you talking about? He ain't no Brazilian, bro.
He balls out for Brazil as well. Let's get that straight.
No, the only thing that's Brazilian is his girl's pubes, bro. That's it. He's got nothing else, bro. He's got nothing else, bro. He's got nothing else. My man is like, look, let's not talk about Fred today, please. Let's please not talk about Fred. No.
Boy,
look, the point is about with Wan-Bissaka. I genuinely, he's got worse this season. Like, no word for that, he's got worse.
My man was a warrior.
Man, Wan-Bissaka still does the things he's always done, man. Nothing going forward. you can't beat him going the other way. That's his thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Like, have limited fullbacks, and then play Jadon Sancho further forward so he can connect with like Ronaldo and McTominay. But we're having him play right midfield basically next to McTominay and Wan-Bissaka. He's not getting forward enough. But look, he came on like when Donny came on in the second half. The improvement was mad. Up until guess what happened? Harry Maguire. He's playing against us. He's our captain. He's playing against us.
Oh boy. I honestly feel like shit's not going to change. While he's still playing,
should I send this over, brother? Should I send this over?
Mad. Right, let's just to wrap up on United.
Flashbacks, Moses, bro, of the feelings I had a few years ago, bro. You'll get used.
Emery times or Wenger times.
No, but the thing is, there's a lot to be promised. Like now, Ole has gone. All we need to do now is get the managerial decision right. That's all we
need to do. That's the hardest job.
Wait, this is the question that someone asked. I asked. I just did a stream like before this. I asked a question to a couple of Man U fans on the stream. I said to them, "You guys' next 2 games are Chelsea and Arsenal. How many points do you think you're going to get from those 2 games?" Now the problem has gone.
The thing is,
Man started with the thing is.
Carrick's been there. Carrick's been there since Jose. Carrick's been there this whole time. So like Carrick's been there the problem as well.
Look,
when a man starts with the thing is,
problems are still there, bro. The problems are still there. What did you say?
And when a man starts a conversation with the thing is, you know it's a rap already, isn't it?
No, because okay, cool. What I'm trying to say is problems are still there.
Okay.
They're still there, bro. I've just listed hella. Like,
but man was doing up celebrations when Ole got sacked. Like, that changes everything, man.
Who was?
The whole freaking Instagram.
Yeah.
I was saying ransom bands with a cigar out. I thought you meant the players. A new day, innit?
I thought you meant the players.
So can you answer the question? How many points from 6 are you expecting from them 2 games, brother?
But you said now the problem's gone. The problem's still there. We'll lose both.
Okay. Whichever ad-libs you want to add in. How many points, bro?
I said we'll lose both, probably.
Mad.
The mighty Man United, 0 points and 6. The mighty United.
No, I'm joking.
Now, don't track back now because I've added some salt.
Yeah.
But the problem's still there. That's the problem. Like, I don't see us like unless we get Donny playing. We've got Matic playing next to him, and we come up with we find a new solution. We work on something in these couple of days that we've still got before the day. Bro, we got Villarreal tomorrow at 5 o'clock, bro. Early kickoff.
Stress.
What time have we got? Bro, we ain't got time to be fucking doing up new tactics.
Told you, bro. Don't make me work Thursdays, man.
We need Ole to come. We need basically what Ole did when he came in and just restored the vibe, and then we're just playing.
Give it Carrick.
You got to chop this up, yeah, because basically what Moses just said is that the mighty Man U, yeah.
Stop saying mighty Man U sarcastic.
They're gonna go. Wait. They're basically in 9 because they lost their last one, right? So they're gonna go.
That was the winnable one as well. And Watford was the winnable one. My word,
brother. Wait, they lost against City before the. Oh my god, that would be 12 points.
5 L's and 7. 5 L's and 7. Mad.
Lost 12 points.
But that you spoke about Arsenal, and that's a good segue because we can't let you go without chopping up the game at Anfield.
I'm ready to talk about this.
I feel like Moses, you've been through it this weekend with Ole. Like you said, you might not playing tomorrow, so that's you can't even look back right now. You got to look forward to the next game. It's stressful. If you lose that game, where are you sort of in the group if you lose that game tomorrow against Villarreal?
Listening to all of Drake's albums back to back.
What you want to say? What is that?
We're top of our group.
You top, but it's like 1 point between or something, isn't it? Bare tight.
I think we got 7 points. Let me check the tables. But I think we're joint second with Villarreal.
So that's must win, basically.
Atalanta playing Young Boys. Villarreal playing Atalanta last game of the group. We got Villarreal and Young Boys. We draw them through. So
all right. Well, that's not even guaranteed right now. You don't even know.
That's the annoying thing. United they're not gonna go Europa. Let's be honest, because they'll figure out a way. They'll get in, but they're gonna.
Ronaldo won't have it. He won't have it.
They're gonna
he won't let the ref blow.
Have you not been seeing Ronaldo these past couple of fucking Champions League games?
He's not letting the referee blow the final
He's
whistle.
writing the script, bro. He's writing it himself.
I know they enter Europa League. Please.
That's the whistle from the referee's hand. He's not. The game will carry on until you man win tomorrow night. So either way, you're getting something from the game. But Arsenal, Anfield, Saturday. Talk to me, Nigerian English.
I think
feelings before the game.
My feelings before the game is I wanted to compete because I told you I just wanted to be in the game come second half. Remember I said that. And
you were. You were.
We kind of were, but if we look at the game, like there's some I'm not saying this means we would have drawn the game, but there's certain mistakes I wish my manager didn't make. So I'd have I didn't want to have an opportunity to talk about these ones.
There's one glaring one I can think of.
But the biggest one for me was not starting Kieran Tierney. Like, I mean, look, Tavares, as well as he's been doing, those passes across across our goal, he's done them a couple of times, but we've got away with it because we've been not against bigger sides. You're not going to get away with those mistakes at Liverpool. I said Lukonga as well. He made some serious mistakes against Watford. I probably would have started him on the bench. The reason why I would have gone for Ainsley and Tierney is not because I think Maitland-Niles is better than Lukonga. I just believe Maitland-Niles has been in more of those situations than Lukonga has in the Premier League. He's just come off the back of a man-of-the-match performance against Watford.
He was levels that guy.
Do you know what I'm saying? So he would have, even if he had a bad game, I think he would have been able to bounce back a lot quicker than Lukonga would have because he's still young, first year in England, etc. The same thing about Tierney and Tavares. As well as Tavares has played, that was the opportunity. Remember, like what Fergie used to do? He used to say, do you know what? There's certain man that I play against certain teams. Like against Newcastle, Nicky Butt would always play. Against Arsenal, Park Ji-sung would always play. Regardless of who was in form in his position, he's playing because he knows there's a certain games you just need to not go off just form. You got to take some tactical nooses.
They did change the system. They would have to change the system so the Fergie was going from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3 usually with that. He take one of our strikers out. And then he dropped Park Ji-sung into the midfield just to fill out a role.
Yeah, but he'd be willing to drop a player in form just for that. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the difference. So again, Kieran, he definitely wouldn't have made that pass. He might have made another mistake, but he wouldn't have made a mistake on that type of pass. So I don't think it would have. The floodgates would have been able to chance.
Is that team selection and personnel, or is that just head loss? Like, because you can't, as a manager, you legislate for that really, like. You man were in the game up until that point. Like, I can't really. Obviously, the end of the beat
until that point, exactly.
That pass was just.
If Tierney was there, he wouldn't have made that pass, and then we capitulated. To be honest, the biggest mistake we made in that game was when Arteta tried it with Klopp, bro. And the fans started getting like you don't get the fans riled up.
My manager, bro, I don't know where Arteta thought he was going. I don't know where he
We're not at the Emirates. At the Emirates, you can get away with that, but at Anfield. When they're already quiet, you're giving them an excuse to make noise. Oh, brother, it was a wrap from then. To be honest.
From that moment, it was.
We saw blood, fam. We saw blood.
You're touching our manager, all right?
Nah,
all the songs
never. Himself as well. Man.
It was the way Arteta was starting, was bare sneaky.
Yeah,
but he was only hyping when Mana was holding him back. What are you doing?
He's never really done that before. Like
with his fucking puffer coat under his blazer, man. Get out of here, mate. Get out. Of
here. Any other ground, any other manager, any other ground, I say do it.
Not my backyard, fam.
Not
my backyard.
Anfield, come on, bro.
But there's one thing you haven't really touched on, which for me, when I was watching the game, I was like, this is just, I can't believe what I'm watching here. But for me, it was the playing out from the back, like at every single opportunity. Obviously, you can switch up. You can have your philosophy in it. Every manager's got their philosophy. I respect that, but you got to play what's in front of you sometimes. Liverpool, no matter what form we're on, if it's at Anfield, we're gonna press you high. Doesn't matter who we're playing, what kind of opposition we're up against. We're gonna press you high. Arsenal, as good as they've been, they're new to this kind of whole Arteta ball kind of thing. And you can have your philosophy, like I said, but there's certain games you just got to know that you can't be doing them things. And we gave you chances before the first goal even went in. Ramsdale pulled off like 2-3, like they were saying they were like great saves. For me, some of them were kind of straight at him. He was making them look a bit harder than they actually were. It was looking a bit like for the camera.
You're a hater.
Man was doing fist bumps and that, but when it came down to it, he held 4. When it came down to it, he held 4. Like it was looking good.
Do you know what? I want to get my screenshots from the conversations we were having.
Get the receipts up. Get the receipts up.
My man had his tail between his legs. Man.
Not me, fam.
I was like, I hear you speak about Ramsdale, yeah.
On Ramsdale, I've always said we'll chat about this man in January. We'll chat about him in January. I was talking a lot of badness on him. I was talking a lot of badness on Ramsdale last 2 seasons. I was saying all sorts of on him. I'll admit that. And he's made a good start to this season. But I said, we'll talk in Jan. But for me, the playing out for the back, yeah, that was just criminal what I was seeing. Every time, every opportunity, pressing you high, winning the ball back high. And I'm pretty sure all 4 of our goals came from us winning the ball in your final third, and then individual 2 passes gone. 2 passes gone. I think it was a Salah goal. 4 passes, Jota headed it in the back of your net before you can even say what's going on. Like,
Tavares completely lost his head after that mistake.
Yeah. That from then you managed to just take him off because it was just
Conga. He got reeled off, but it was too late. He'd already made too many errors by that time anyway. Abba, I don't know how he made it to the end of the game. I don't know how he played a full 90 minutes. He was toilet in that second half, man. Nowhere to be seen. I would have. Are you
worried about his performance as your captain? Are you not thinking like this is a bit?
Of course I am. Like I still don't know how he still has the armband. Like I don't know what he gives to us as a captain. Do you know what I'm saying? Not as a player.
Haircuts and nice cars. That's all he's bringing. And vibes.
I haven't seen the interview yet, but Turkish was doing something on AFTV. He said Aubameyang said that
the coolest captain.
He's the coolest. Like, what is that? What is even that? What is that? Like, what is that? With
his 8-year-old haircut. Get the fuck out of it, man. This guy, man. Wait, my captain would never wear weave. Let me just tell you that right now. My captain would never wear weave. Yeah,
brother. I don't even
know
like
what cool points he's winning.
Striker captains anyway. Let alone a guy that doesn't even get in players' faces and shout. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just start afresh. This needs to be Abba's last season as the main striker. We need to sign a main striker in summer. Even if Abba's still at the club, we need a main striker for the future because he's not young, and I think the captaincy is too big for him. I would take it off him and just say focus on scoring goals. Leave that captaincy stuff to someone else, innit? Because I think it's weighed him down too much, especially at this age, this time of his career, man.
But it's a bit of a sticky. It's a bit of a sticky one for you lot though, because you obviously got Lacazette as well. His contract's up in the summer.
Yeah.
Would you keep him or you just start afresh?
The thing is with Laka, I don't think we're in control of that situation. Like, it's not whether we want to keep him. It's like he's been disrespected by the club for nearly 2 years. Why would he stay? He's about to get the last contract of his life. He'll probably weigh it down to the end and get like a big contract. Like he has every right to. The way we dealt with him in the last 18 months or so. It's not right, man. Even when he's played well,
he's not the striker you signed, though, is he? He's nowhere near the level of striker that you signed, like 4 or 5 years ago.
I personally think the way we play, Laka's actually a better number 9 for the way we play. For the sheer fact I'm not saying he's a better striker than Aubameyang, but the way we play, where for some reason we don't give Aubameyang a lot of service, so he does tend to snatch a lot at chances. Like, it's not because remember when we won the FA Cup, right? I kept telling everyone. I remember I kept telling everyone, unless we fix this chances thing for Abba, he's gonna choke next season because he's working on 3 chances a game and he's scoring 1 or 2. Do you get what I'm saying?
But at that time, he was clutch. He was just taking most of his chances.
No striker can be that perfect for like 2 years, bro. No striker. Sometimes you need 6 or 7. Do you get what I'm saying? But that wasn't happening.
Trust.
So,
what about I want to know what you think about Balogun, because he was obviously a player that you nearly lost on a free, wasn't it? And he's now, I think for me, he was a player that I thought he was further along than Emil Smith Rowe, to be honest, when I used to watch them play. Where's Balogun at? What's his What's his ceiling at the moment? Where do you see him? Is he going to get a chance next season? Is he going to be promoted as like a proper first team player?
The whole Balogun thing doesn't make sense to me because for me, every time I watch him, I see he gives me Andy Cole vibes, like a bit more physical, but Andy Cole vibes overall. Like, yeah, and he's strong. Like,
he buds up. Was it Premier League too? He's always scoring mad goals on that.
Always. But I think we've just wasted 2 years of his career, man. Last year he should have been on loan, but I guess he didn't because we were doing the contract thing. We're not going to put him on loan until he signed the contract. This season was you should have just sent him on loan, bro. Like, if Nketiah stood in our squad, you send him on loan, bro. Because we can't get him.
How old is he now? How old is Nketiah? Like, he's one of them. I feel like his career could just kind of
must be 23 or 23
before you know it, man will be 26. Before you know it, man will be 26. Like Ryan Brewster, like them 4 or 5 years, you just be like, what you been saying? But
if we were smart, we should have gone to Brian and say, yeah, take Eddie and 30 million and give us Basuma, bro. That's what we should have done, innit? But we didn't.
What, instead of Lokonga?
No, Lokonga should have been there, but Lokonga should have been an up and coming. He shouldn't have
he shouldn't have been playing as much as he's playing.
This is crazy. But because Xhaka didn't leave, it created a whole spiral effect where we ended up having to play Lokonga more games. Xhaka then got injured, and it just became more technical. So us not signing a central midfielder, like kind of that for me, that killed the top 4 challenge for me. So as soon as we didn't sign that CM, I immediately just said, at best we can finish top 6. But
you kind of addressed everything else in the spine. You got the centre back. Obviously, Gabriel's had another season as well. Ramsdale, no one thought he was going to be this good, but you addressed it anyway.
Yeah, and
then obviously Aubameyang, you kind of thought maybe you could get one more year out of him. But that central midfield area is like, I think everyone could have seen it. That you were still kind of a bit light there. But to be fair, like you said, Xhaka was meant to be going to Roma. Like no one thought that deal was going to break down for whatever reason.
He was twerking for Mourinho, everything.
Twerking.
He played well at the Euros, man. He played well. He was like one of the best players at the Euros.
Them international men that just ball out for their country and not for their club. Like it's jarring.
But
they'll get clubs gassed into signing for them for big money, and like
it's the international game is not even as fast. Nothing is as fast as the Premier League, bro. Nothing. So Xhaka needs a league like Serie A. Watch him go to Serie A and be one of the best midfielders in the league there, because he's got time. People are not doing high presses over there. He's got time on the ball to do the quarterback stuff. Yeah, he's got all the time in the world to do that quarterback stuff. He look like a world-class central midfielder, but just the Premiership is just
the same thing with Maguire. You know, Maguire should be playing Serie A.
Maguire will do a Chris Smalling thing and just go and bad up somewhere in Italy.
You know what I think?
This league is not for him.
Do you know what I think? Maguire, like, I clocked it. I was watching match the other day on Saturday. Like, Maguire shouldn't be at Man United.
I'm surprised. That's what I was gonna say. I'm surprised you watched that, bro.
I'll tell you.
You knew Ollie was going, innit? You knew Ollie was going. Man, just wanted to get his final goodbyes in.
Anyway, look, Maguire should be playing for Burnley. That's who he should be playing for. Do you know what I mean? Like a proper English team, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Just head it. Like him and Tarkowski, me playing at the back. Like, that's his level. He should never have been at Man United. That Leicester run, whatever happened at Leicester, is just some weird.
It's the World Cup thing as well.
I don't know.
Smoke screen, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Mad.
Like
mad,
80
mad.
million. Yeah, mad.
This is the thing I don't get about managers, yeah. And I think it was Emery that did it as well 2 years ago. I don't see why a man will sign a man in a back three that plays in a back three and then put him in a back two and think you're going to get the same results. Like, I remember when we signed in David Luiz, right? In my head, I was okay, that's because we're going to start playing a back three now. That's all I was thinking. Then I'm seeing David Luiz playing the back two. Like, Conte showed you he can't play that. That's why he played the back three and he looked good in that back three. I don't get Maguire looked good in the back three for England and in a major tournament. I thought, okay, man, you maybe are setting up to play that way, but it didn't work out. I don't get it.
With the players we signed, man, we just couldn't. I just don't think we could have played three at the back. So signing Sancho, we'll sign, but we didn't. Look, we shouldn't be signing players to accommodate for Maguire. Listen, look, this guy is done, bro. I mean, this guy's done. We signed players.
He's your skipper, captain, bro. He's your skipper.
He's not my captain, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Every time you watch your team play, don't say that. Don't be saying that shit to me. Every time you watch your team play, he's the first player out. He leads your team out. He leads out Cristiano Ronaldo, your GOAT. Big CR7. He leads him out.
Listen, look. You
Doing
can't.
that
You
press
just can't
conference
call,
today with Carrick, man.
like you can't be saying. Look. You cannot be saying
Oi.
that Harry Maguire is anyone's captain, bro. My man is not
Hey,
anyone.
he's not my captain.
We
He's
don't
not my
need
captain.
to say it. It's officially
He's
on the
your
Man U
captain.
website.
No,
Club captain Harry
he's
Maguire.
not my captain.
And in the picture, it's like this.
The fucking my lad, bro. I actually hate him so much. I fucking hate him so much.
Wait, you know what? With that, should we segue into screamers and howlers? Nigerian English, we do a little segment. I don't know if you've seen. We do a little segment every week. It's called Screamers and Howlers. Pick out a few people who've had a good week, a few people who've had a not so good week. You know what, Moses, we've got to start with you, bro. Like talk to me. Who are the Screamers and Howlers of the week?
As usual, I'm starting with howlers. All right, starting with howlers, and as usual, I'm starting with my club. Right.
Just the whole thing, the whole institution.
Harry Maguire, yeah. Look, I've already spoken about you, but I ain't done yet. All right, I'm not finished.
Wow.
Harry Maguire, who the fuck do you think you are, bruv? Scoring against some little like year 7s when you're in year 11 and doing that celebration, bruv. You're taking the piss. You should never be celebrating like that when the majority of fans that you're doing that to, or the majority of people you're doing that to, are your own fans who are saying, "What the fuck are you doing? Week in, week out, yeah? Don't do that and do that as well. Like what? You can't hear shit." Nah, Maguire, you're taking howler of the week for me because you are a fucking calamity. You score against Albania and San Marino. They're both their collective score, their ranks in FIFA's world like ranking is probably like 2,000 or something. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't say shit. You can't be doing that to me. I'm just gonna start screaming and tagging you in everything, bro. Until you block, man. Look, honestly, Maguire, don't catch me right. Look, don't catch me on road. It is on site for you.
Wow.
Please leave my club. It's on site. It's on site.
Let's go for Slabhead, yeah? Cool.
Wait, and Jesse Lingard as well, dickhead.
Jesse was your guy from time as well. That's you turned quick, fam.
Watch back those last 6 minutes and tell me he deserves to be at the club.
Bro,
anyway,
you spoke about that. We spoke about the Jesse thing already, but that's a bit of a, for me, that's a mad one. He's a United lad as well.
It's not about his.
You were riding out for him hard before.
Yeah, I was. I still do, but he should get out of my club now. Do you know what I mean? You're making it sound. It's like Ole again, bro. Get out of my club.
Anyone else for screamers?
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game on Saturday? Either of you two?
No. I was watching
it with you.
All right, do you remember Jesse Lingard's cameo? If you don't, bro, I swear, just watch it back. I am not over exaggerating. This man, like, as a Man United fan, was an embarrassment. Someone who's through the academy, I was absolutely disgusted with his performance. Disgusted. Nah. Like, he just didn't try. He was intentionally jogging about. Intentionally.
When I was watching Lingard play, I knew for sure the players are trying to get my man sacked, innit? I knew this was the last game, innit?
You got to respect the fans. You've got to respect the fans. Like, he's a Man United man. He went over to applaud the away fans, but my man's not even got a sweat on his forehead. Like, he had 6 minutes. You didn't try shit. We had 2-1. It was 2-1, you know? It weren't 3-4. It weren't 3-4. And my man was just coming on, just...
2-1 would have kept him in the job, Moses. Is that what you wanted?
Trust.
No. But have some respect.
No. Thanking Jesse right now, brother.
I hear that. But it's just respect for the club and for the badge, innit? Regardless of what's going on with you and your contract,
bigger picture.
You respect the fans. You respect the club that's giving you every single penny that you've ever earned as a footballer.
So you wanted to go into the Chelsea game with Ole at the wheel still, yeah?
No, bro. I didn't want. No. If we lost that game, we lost that game, innit? But there's a way to lose the game, and I'm not. Yeah, I can't watch that and be cool with it. I can't pretend to be cool with it. If I saw it, innit? And I'm not okay with it. All right, someone else. Go on, howlers or screamers. What you
is that it? Only United. You only go for United for howlers. No one else.
Do you know what? Well, you man go first. I've done one in it, so I'll come back.
Go on, Touch. What are you telling me? Howlers of the week.
Howlers of the week.
I mean, Arteta could hold a little smoke, but I'll let you decide that one.
I don't want to kill the poor boy, but it's Arteta that put him in that situation. Tavares, bro.
Very costly error.
Yeah, and I don't blame Tavares for that mistake. I blame Arteta. And no one should get on Tavares because Arteta put him in that situation, and he should have looked young boy, first year in the Prem. I think he's like under 20. Like, watch Kieran in this game. We needed the voices, the leadership in it. We didn't need someone who's unpredictable at Anfield to be on the pitch. You get me? So I'd say, as much as it hates me to criticize the boy because of what Arteta did, I say Tavares, but the real howler is Maguire. Let's not lie.
Yeah, it's got to be, man.
Say that again,
I can't see. I try every week to try and change it up. I don't like to give someone the scream or howler every week, but for me, as Manchester United captain, like what I've been seeing from Maguire, because I've been watching Maguire very closely this season, because I was the first one to say at the Euros, this guy was playing at like a world-class level, bro. Like when he was playing for England, because he missed the first game, innit? Mings played the first game, he came in. I don't think we conceded a goal until the final, if I'm not mistaken.
Touch. I had Ishmael saying that Maguire's the best centre back in the world.
Don't do this. Don't lie. I've never seen since Van Dijk has reached that level. I've not said anyone else is better than him.
Bro,
please don't do this.
Honestly, I was shocked, but that was the England wave. Everyone got caught up.
Please don't do this.
Everyone got caught up in
This is
England.
not even factual.
If he shows me receipts,
if you think this is true, hey, listen. One time, if you think this is true, then that's on you, innit? You know for a fact that those words have never left my mouth. But he's playing at a mad level, innit? He's playing at a mad level.
So what did you say?
Now, what I'm seeing from him this season, I said he's playing sick. I said he's at a world class level.
I'm pretty sure you were crying at the same time.
Over Van Dijk.
I don't believe he said over Van Dijk, but he said he was world class. That's bad enough.
He was playing at a world class level. Listen,
brother,
I got lost
you
in
need
the
to hold that L, bro. But Harry Maguire's never been world class.
Any L I hold is not as big as what Man United fans are holding right now. So like, I can take that.
There's no L, bro. There's no L. It's ended. The L's ended.
He's your captain. He's your captain.
That's the L itself. Because when I asked you if you were taking any points for your next 2 games, you said no. So the L's still going on, brother.
Yeah, no. That's me being hyperbolic, bro. I'm clipping that up and putting it onto socials, bro.
Come on. But yeah, Howler's got to be Maguire, man. Like I can't be. I physically cannot believe what I'm seeing. Like it's just all looking mad. And
you can say Arteta for starting on Klopp, but Maguire is just too much.
Word.
Yeah, because he didn't even. He started, but he didn't even really come with chest. Like it was all a bit I was like, what are you doing?
At the end, he was like, "Oh, everything we leave it on the pitch, all that stuff."
Yeah, because you know,
I was in his face. I was like, "Okay,
slump him." Klopp would slump him right there and then.
Bro, he'd gnash his face off, bro.
The only man that I've seen kind of like get Klopp looking a bit shook was Sean Dyche last season when they were both running down.
Dyche will eat him, bro. Dyche will headbutt.
I thought I was going to hear the stone cold glass break. He was on some madness. I was worried for Klopp. I was actually worried for Klopp. But anyone else, Lampard tried it. He smoked them 5-3. Bear man have come to Klopp and tried it with him, but like you said as well, one time, not at Anfield, like not on our own patch.
Not with the.
I'm trying to think who else can take. Who else can take Howler this week? Who else has got? It's got to be United, isn't it? It's United and Maguire. That's the main ones. Because
let's welcome to streamers then. We're running over time.
You want to take it away then, bro?
Screamers. I had a screamer in mind. But I need to just rejog my memory. Just because Maguire. Oh yeah. All right, so let's go into a Man United player. Someone that I shouted out on the football terrace, and that is Donny van der Beek. Because I think, let me just talk about him.
Not even a screamer. You man lost 4.
Yeah. Let me
mute him, Moses. Mute him, bro. What's it like?
I actually need to. I need to hear.
You need to listen, bro. I
don't need to hear no explanation for this. This is wild.
Okay, cool. This is weird and wonderful, you know. This ain't wonderful, bro.
Please kick me out because I don't need to hear this.
Let's get militant. Man, I said get out.
I've got a case for it. You can say at the end whether you think I'm chatting shit or not. But my man, has gone through some shit the last 18 months. Some real terrible just treatment. And that was subjected to him by a manager, club legend, someone that I hold dearly. So it was a bit of a tricky one to like stay in between or to get out of the middle. Oh shit. I thought you actually left.
I did want to after what you're saying, bro.
I think he's shown how to handle yourself.
Screamer of the week.
Listen, let me.
Oh no, he was screaming at the final whistle. We lost the one part. Yeah.
No, I just want to give Donny. Basically, I just want to give Donny a shout out because I didn't do it before. But I think the way he's managed himself, like he's conducted himself. The way every time he's come on, he's given it 100%. And I know that's what he's a footballer. You should expect that sort of stuff, but I don't know. I think it's like you say, Ishmael. It's just it's ironic that he's the one that scores the last goal for Solskjaer. Like my man, really and truthfully, should have come onto the pitch and should have done in Jesse Lingard and been like, "Bov, I'm not bothered. You're getting sacked, fam." Like that's what he should have. That's what he should have done. But I just think he carried himself with dignity and respected the fans throughout his period that he's been going through. So maybe not Screamer of the Week, yeah, fair. But definitely, I wanted to give him a bit of an honourable shout out because I think he's had it tough. He's had it tough, but yeah, he's hopefully now will be able to sort of benefit from. He'll be able to benefit. All right, that's enough. You guys are last warning, son. We're gone. Getting banned. No, I'm joking.
You don't even have shame. You don't have shame. That's what my auntie was saying. You have no shame. Can you?
That was a long spiel for Donny, you know. I was surprised.
Oh, you know we're interrupting me. Don't try about a long spiel, bro. That's a quick one too.
All right, one touch. What are you telling me? Screamer of the Week.
Screamer, and this one is I'm probably going to surprise you with this one because this guy, yeah, if he was playing in his natural position, we'd be calling him the best. There'll be a lot of arguments for him being the best player in that position in the league. And now I'm saying Cancelo, bro.
That was mine.
That guy.
That assist was nuts.
Brother, pass of the season. Like sorry about it. It was Henderson's up until that pass. Bro.
Yeah. You know what? I can't even. That was mad. That was mad.
Like
mad.
Like you should never be right-footed and be the best left back in the league. Bro.
It don't make sense.
This can happen in maybe Italy or something like that, but not in the Premier League.
Ashley Young was doing that.
Never. But cool story though.
I feel like this Ollie thing is like I don't know. You've got some PTSD. Like
I've got a laugh somehow in it. I've got to find somewhere to smile, bro.
Nah, but he's on smoke. Like as in Trent's lucky that he doesn't play as a right back because we'd be asking a lot of questions.
For me though,
let's not lie.
For me, yeah. You know what? I think I said this maybe on your channel when you asked me he's better. Yeah. But for me though, I don't even look at Trent and Cancelo as right backs, full backs. They're football, isn't it? You can play them man in multiple positions, they will just excel. Cancelo for me, I don't agree with that.
Which other position can Trent play, bro?
Midfield. Put him number 8. Bro, he was doing bits.
He can never play number 8, which is why he's a right back, bro. That's why he's a right back. Stop that.
I'm not hearing Trent slander. Like these Trent arguments are getting tired.
He's a great right back.
He's putting up winger numbers.
Anywhere like
he's putting up winger numbers. He's a cultured footballer. He's a complete.
Okay, so he can play left back. Anyway,
Trent could do a job there. Trent could do a job left back. Trent could do a job left back. 100%.
Please, anyone that's watching this now, later in the future, please comment on what this guy just said. Trent Alexander-Arnold can play left back.
Bro, trust me, the guy's different. I put his right foot up there of like a certain golden balls. Let's just say that. That's what I'm putting his right foot. His right foot is that kind of level. But back to Cancelo, yeah, the guy's just different. The guy's different gravy. That ball was just like Sterling couldn't really like. It was a good finish, instinctive finish, but the way he put the ball right on his foot, that's mad. There's not really many players outside of the boot I can think of that can do that. That's nuts. I'm trying to think of it. Who?
Bruno, he's done it already.
Hey, listen, Bruno's in trouble if a new manager comes and wants to play 4-3-3. Bruno's in trouble, you know. He can't be doing this false number 10 shit.
I kind of want him to play in a free midfield, just to be told to just have a bit more discipline. I think
when he plays for Portugal,
funny. I think he'd have much more success, which just sounds weird, but like in terms of just like the team and like our midfield is just literally like it feels like it's attack versus defense. Like McTominay, Fred sitting like just in front of the defenders, and then we've got Bruno basically chilling with Ronaldo up front. There's just nothing there. It's just a massive gap. So I kind of want to see him drop a bit deeper. I think he could play that.
Nah, Bruno's not got any problems, no matter which manager comes in. Let's be real, bro.
Right.
Let me see what Bruno does.
The next manager probably makes him captain, bro.
He better.
I don't know who else is really a contender.
Ronaldo maybe just because of his
but Ronaldo might leave in January, bro, so
Rashford
might leave for the MLS in January, bro. So.
Rashford, he can't play Champions League from the MLS though.
Exactly.
He'll find a way.
He's got nothing else to prove in the Champions League.
I give Greenwood the captain over Maguire.
I can't even argue that, to be honest.
But listen, I'm basically saying I give anyone. Tom Heaton can be captain if he wants. But I don't care, man. Get him out to my
We're
club.
down Tom Heaton still at Man
He's the
U.
other brother. He's the light-skinned Don. That's your keeper. Listen to him.
My man's basically a coach.
He only played pre-season against the Miami Pirates and that.
I let the armband sit on the bench. That's what I let it do. I'd let it sit on the bench. Yeah, that's like right there. He's injured. He's not going on though. That's what I do.
Who was the captain before Maguire? Ashley
Young. Ashley Young went to Inter and then that fucked up everything.
Then Valencia before him, right?
You had some funny captains, boy. Valencia.
Look, I won't lie to you.
Valencia couldn't speak English, my boy. He couldn't speak English.
I think Man U and Arsenal have disrespected that captain's armband for a number of years.
From Vieira and Keane, it's just been
like, what is going on? Like, even the Valencia one is like, that's disrespect. But man can't. How can a man that doesn't speak English be the captain of an English team? Come on.
Doesn't do interviews, bro. Have you ever seen him do an interview?
Never. I don't even know what his voice sounds. I don't know what his foreign voice sounds like, let alone his English voice. Do you get me?
Might as well let's be else to take it. Just no, nothing. Bad. All right. I guess there's not really much else to do, is there? You got
a lot of hate coming in this one. A lot of hate.
Your burner accounts. See one name.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't even recognize that name.
But boy, this was a good one. You overran a little bit, but we had a lot to chop up today, man.
I don't even feel like I haven't got half the shit.
Bro, the inquest is gonna be ongoing, innit? Like I said before, it ain't over yet. It ain't over. This is just the beginning. Yeah, you gotta find the manager.
We're playing in less.
You gotta find a manager, appoint a manager, then they gotta get going. So listen, it's gonna get worse before it gets better again. I can't.
But they'll win tomorrow, though. That's the thing. It's gonna add a nice smoke screen till the weekend, and then Chelsea are gonna pam them like 3-0, bro.
I need you, man, to do just this once, yeah. Just do your thing in it. Beat Chelsea.
All I'm gonna say is on this. I do think. Yeah, I'm not saying Carrick in, but I think Carrick's like if you remember the way he played football. Like,
don't finish the sentence.
We've seen this before with other managers.
This might be a meme in May.
Let him say it.
I'm not talking about him being a permanent manager, but I think he will be able to right the ship, get it back on course.
You're forgetting this Don was here for the whole Ole thing and Jose as well. He's been here the whole
From what I've heard about the way that Ole chose his tactics and who he listened to, you weren't listening to Dempsey and Carrick who were organising the training sessions.
Who's he listening to?
McPhelan. That's where the problem basically arose because them two were basically like making the decisions, but they weren't running the training sessions. They weren't doing the patterns of play. That's the reason why Ole could have gone to Norway and nothing's a problem. Basically, I'm looking forward to seeing what Michael Carrick can do. Just because as a footballer, I like this style of play.
The whole world.
I like this style of play. That's it. He played it forward. He played it forward, and he looked and he knew about bro. He played defensive midfield. He knows what a defensive midfielder is like needs to be. He knows what common defense are not.
Get him in there right now. Get McFred. You can play.
I'll get him in. I'd start him now. I'd start Michael Carrick. But
you know what's going to happen.
He's in shape, innit? Yeah.
He's not really talk to Israel. If you know what's going to happen on tomorrow night, right? You know, like let me paint the
Carrick's at the wheel.
Yeah, like they're gonna play some sick football tomorrow. They're like, yeah, that's exactly what we've been asking for. Flow football, all this stuff, and then Chelsea.
Was it Rio did? Give him the contract now.
No, whatever happens, that cannot happen. That's not. I'm not advocating that either. I think we need to get a real big time manager. We need
to get an actual manager. Just get someone who's got no ties. Sometimes you just need someone who's not attached to this Man United DNA. They just want to just get someone to win, innit? I feel like I spoke to you about this a couple weeks ago.
It worked.
The DNA thing's kind of the
reason why it worked with Ole is because we went so far away with it with Jose. The football we were playing towards the end, we had to get some sort of like. Ole's like a fucking guidance counselor. Do you know what I mean? He came in and was just like, "This is Man United. This is what we need to do." Yep. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to show you examples of videos of Man United from back in the day, and this is what we're going to do. Like, I don't want that again. Man United, we remember who we are again. Yeah, we remember who we are. We just need to be instructed in the right way.
Who are you?
The Manchester fucking United, biggest club in the world.
Okay. Swear, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Bro, it's just say for children, you know. You don't need to submit your videos. I say not for children. Yeah. Swear as much as you want, brother. You can swear if you want. Say a little swear word if you want.
Shit. Because that's what you lot
on that.
But first of all, big up all the teams that won this weekend. Yeah, all the real drillers here, the real shooters.
So I just had to do that quick time.
Good,
but yeah,
thanks.
One touch. Big up yourself. Thank you for coming on, my G.
You can meet me, but not forever, bro. Where can the people find you? Plug your shit.
You can find me on One Touch TV on YouTube, OneTouch_TV on Instagram. You can catch me on the Armory TV on Instagram and on YouTube too.
Yeah, cool. People, make sure you go follow all of them things. But yeah, for now, Ishmael, any final words?
Bro, we're good. Tartar race is we're still cooking. I'm just enjoying the fuckery that's going on around me. I'm good, bro. Qualified already for the Champions League, top of the group. My feet will be up this week, boy.
Enjoy it,
got Southampton on the weekends.
As long as you know you're not winning the league, enjoy it, bro.
Hey, you gotta be in it to win it. I don't know what you man are saying, but that's you gotta be in it to win
one
it.
Day,
you be
one
in the
day
race.
In it. Hey, one touch, one day in it.
We'll get back there.
We'll get there. Just keep it warm.
Wait, one second. Before you just wrap up, I gave you man 5-0 and you man 4-0. If I could have told myself, my 11-year-old self, that I'd be beating United and Arsenal 5-0, 4-0.